How does eating more fat, protein, and fiber, how does eating more lead to weight loss? How does the weight loss math work out if I'm eating more food? So I wanted to shoot this video right now. I woke up this morning and a client had recently asked me this question, someone who I recently started working with. And I thought it was an amazing question. And I thought going in depth would be important because I know a lot of other people have this question. The predominant paradigm of weight loss is to basically lose weight by eating less. Would you agree? Eat less, lose weight. Now, sounds good on the surface, but we all know what happens. The weight comes back. And this model where you're actually eating more of the healthy foods might seem scary at first because you're eating more and you might be conditioned to think and not understand how this actually works. So there's a few reasons why this works. There's two primary reasons. One, you stop binge eating, you stop emotionally eating, you stop those food attack episodes that usually happen late at night or at the end of the week. This might look like you come home, you have a big stressful day at work, and your willpower is gone. Your self-discipline is gone. And this is what I'll call a binge, although technically a binge is quick, but sometimes these eating episodes, you might re-eat 3,000 to 10,000 calories, which is an insane number. So obviously if we can decrease these episodes, right, where you don't have these late night attacks, I'm going to call them an attack. You don't have these late night splurges. If we decrease those, that'll really help. You can agree with that, right? But the number two method is snacking. People and studies have shown that mindless eating, people underestimate the number of calories they have through mindless eating by 30%. The average person takes around 500 to 800 calories per day around mindless eating. So these two factors help explain the quote-unquote weight loss math. Now, I'm not a huge proponent of weight loss. My site, Eating Enlightenment, is all about focusing on eating. Because if we focus on eating habits and getting these eating habits down by eating healthy food, it's going to take care of itself. That's the beauty of this. When you just eat healthy food and you feel good about it, the weight loss, the body regulation, it happens on its own. So I really don't even like the concept of weight loss math, to be honest. But I understand where people are coming from, and it's important to know that this concept also works from a mathematical calorie in, calorie out perspective. So let's go into these two ideas. We're first going to explore snacking, and then we'll explore binge eating, because they're very similarly related. So just as a quick overview, if you haven't caught up to a previous video, basically the nutrition strategy that I recommend for beginners. This is not something that you need to stick with till the end of time. This is a flexible approach. There are no forbidden foods. So it's not a diet. It's not set in stone. But the basic principles are that you fill up your body 3 times a day with a snack in the beginning. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make note of this because I'm giving you, this is really, really important. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack. Breakfast, 8 a.m. or so, give or take. Lunch, noon, give or take. Snack, around 3 to 5, give or take. Lunch, or dinner, 6 to 8, give or take. And give or take. When you eat these foods, it's really important that you fill up. Your belly gets full. Not your mind, your belly. So when you eat the high protein, fat diet and high fiber, your belly is getting tons of space. The fat, it's filling up in all these good ways. The fat burns more slowly, so you digest the fat, and then it burns more slowly so that you don't get starving in between your meals. So that means you're actually only moderately hungry. You're kind of hungry when lunch starts, but you're not starving. I've talked to so many people, they skip breakfast and then, or they only have a little bit, and then when lunch comes, they're starving, and they barely eat anything for lunch. And then, no wonder 6 hours later, when they finally have dinner, they're out of control. It's really, really important that you fill up. Fat burns slowly, and it gives you a nice, satisfying feeling. Fiber, which is found in plants and vegetables and whole grains, it takes up space. And this is an underrated concept that people need to realize. Taking up space in your belly expands your belly and gives you a sensation of fullness. Fiber also digests slowly, so your blood sugar is pretty even, and you don't go through all these crashes. And protein just fills you up. So by eating this diet, you fill up in such a good way. And the key thing is, you don't eat the snacks in between, because you are not physically hungry for snacks. You might have an urge, especially in the beginning of the program, to eat snacks. Avoid this. You are full. You got to get full. That's the whole concept here. You got to get full and satisfied. You might have that urge to grab a chip and just taste something like really salty. Avoid that. Please, please, please avoid that. That craving will go dramatically down in a week or two, or probably closer to 4 weeks. It'll take a while for about a month till the blood sugar levels even out. But I've seen people that really report their cravings for these foods go dramatically down after committing to this this program of eating in the first month. It's amazing what happens. And so basically you aren't making decisions. So there's no mindless eating. You know your breakfast, lunch, and snack and dinner. That's when you eat. Just avoid food in between. Okay, if you really want the chips or the chocolate, you can have it after you have lunch. Okay, so it's not a diet where you can't have chocolate. You can have chocolate, but wait, fill up on healthy food, and then have it. And when you have it, savor it, enjoy it. Don't guilt trip yourself. Okay, so that's the first concept. You fill up, and by filling up, you avoid mindless eating. So that alone is how the weight loss math works out. And the same concept is true for these binge eating attacks. Did you know that a binge eating or a rummaging at night can be around 3,000, sometimes up to 10,000 calories? You wouldn't believe the stories that I've heard about people ordering out, eating, ordering out again, eating, or drinking, ordering out again, sneaking off to fast food and ordering. So a 10,000 calorie meal, that can be 3 days worth of food. How the hell are you ever going to lose weight if you're having these eating attacks? The point of this model, this style of eating, is to diminish those, to decrease those. Now, okay, I'll be honest. You're still going to have some emotional eating, some compulsive eating, and so forth. So I had to switch. My camera just randomly turned off. My video randomly turned off. It overheated. I was just waiting for someone, and I'm committed to making these videos every day, or trying to do it every day. I'm not being perfectionistic about it, but I figured since I was waiting for someone, I'd take a quick video. Anyways, sorry for the interruption. I remember where I started off, though. I said the diet will decrease snacking, and it'll also decrease the frequency of these late night episodes. Basically, how this works is people overeat at night, and by eating during the day, you just don't have the urgency to overeat at night. What people fundamentally don't realize about dieting is that by decreasing your calories, your body and your stomach think that it's under attack. I know that sounds crazy, but your stomach, the number one cause of death after childbirth, evolutionarily speaking, was hunger. So we've evolved defense mechanisms to avoid hunger. So if you're starving, your belly is going to force you to overeat to stop starving. So that's why these binge eating attacks can be so many calories, and it's why it's so important that we avoid them at all costs. So I hope this video makes sense, and let me know if you have any questions. Peace.